Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sheri, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're returning, you humble me. Thank you so much. You probably have noticed that my name of my channel below has changed from Leafy Conversations to Sheri's Leaves. I decided that Leafy Conversations was not specific enough to my forte here of what I'm trying to do. Now, I wanted it more toward me, kind of bringing my own name out there, and so people understand what my channel is about. So let me know what you think of Sheri's Leaves, and I'd be, not that I'm going to change it again, because there's a few things you have to do between environments, social media, places, and epidemic sound that you have to get working. So, but I am curious to see if it confused you, or if you even noticed or not. You probably didn't even notice, is my guess. Typically, I would notice if somebody I watched, their name changed, but not everybody does. So, but anyways, today is Tuesday, 10:42 a.m., March 4th. And I preface that because I should be working, and I'm not working because I decided to take a holiday, a Christmas Day, or PTO really, because I have all my plants I purchased from Palmstreet. First time ever I bought from Palmstreet this past weekend on Saturday. And I really had no interest in ever purchasing from Palmstreet, but I ended up doing it because my favorite nursery or plant shop, one of my favorites, is Rare Foliage. And one of the plants I've gotten from her is just one out of many, is this bad boy here, this Queen of Hearts. And these are all new leaves from my care, but she gives excellent plants. Whoever her wholesaler is, she does a great job of picking out plants. And I just couldn't resist. So when I was on there, oh, that was I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Big boy's down there, and you see these big leaves coming up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Yeah, so I saw that she was on there, and so I thought, well, I want to watch her and see what kind of plants she has. Well, maybe bad move on my part. I ended up walking away with 4, and then I bought 1 from Ecuagenera, and they all arrived today because I paid extra for overnight. They all shipped out yesterday, Monday, and UPS brought them this morning, an hour and a half before their estimate. So it was exciting, I have to say. It was not a bid. It was, there was no auction on hers. It was simply, here's a plant, I have 5, I have 6, or I have 10 of them, and then you just buy them. And if you're lucky enough to get the one that you want, you get it. And I got all the ones I wanted and then some. I wanted all of them. The Monstera, I got a different type of Monstera, and I didn't buy it first. I didn't buy any of them at first. She was on like 3.5, 4 hours. So I just waited, and I kept watching and thinking about it. And then finally I was like, yeah, I want these. I want these plants. So I did get rid of a few plants this weekend, like I had mentioned in my video that I also did this weekend. I got rid of the, hey, none of that. Hey, none of that. We're not doing that today. Hey, we're not doing that. They're very active today. Where was I going? I was going somewhere with that. I forget where I was going. All right, well, maybe I'll circle back around. My dog, you can blame my dogs like I do all the time for me not being able to remember what I was going to say. So, anyways, it was exciting. I really had a good time. I don't know, it's definitely an app that you have to be really careful if you do get on. If you're like me and you want a lot of plants, it could be a lot like gambling in a way. So you have to be extremely careful. I'm not a gambler, but I could definitely foresee that becoming a problem if I'm not careful. So yeah, I won't be getting on there as much as I would like to get on there. It's just too tempting. Okay, I remember. So yeah, I got rid of a few plants. I mentioned in one of my videos the ones that are on my list of probably throwing out. And so Alocasia Black Velvet is gone. I explained why that was gone in my prior video. That's mainly just because the leaf started rotting and I don't know why, and I wasn't going to deal with it anymore. So all the plants I got rid of were close to a year old. I also got rid of the Alocasia Frydek. One leaf completely just melted off after the repot. I thought maybe it was too close to the light, so I moved it, and it just kept irritating me, to be perfectly honest. And I said, it's not worth the energy that it so I got rid of that one. I got rid of the Anthurium, actually, Bessier AF, and yeah, and I just up potted her probably 6 weeks back, if that, and I am not happy with that plant. The leaves are all wonky. I've gotten one good leaf, and that was last summer, and I suspect that this summer it may have given me a better leaves, but honestly, I didn't want it. Wasn't feeling it, and if I don't feel it, I've decided I'm going to throw it out, and that's what I did. And then was there another one? I am thinking about this one. This is the Anthurium Warquinum Esmeralda. However, I'm holding off right now because there's a new leaf coming out, and if she gives me a good leaf, then I'll keep her. But this is another very heavily invested plant where it would probably need a moss pole. You can tell just by the stem with the aroid growing out. I'm gonna have to repot her if I do keep her into a bigger pot, and put maybe a moss pole on. Yeah, we're not doing that. And but yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. I like to keep her, but again, I'm not sure. It just depends what kind of leaf comes out. And yeah, so that's another one that's potential to not being here later. The others, there is another one. Oh, my Hoya Australia that's on my list. It dropped the other day. I accidentally knocked it off and the table, yeah, it's not in bad shape at all, but I'm not a real big fan of it. It is cute, but we'll see. But that's another one that's on my list. So, all right, so let's get to it because I'm itching to be able to look at what was given to me. Now, I am afraid because of, opening in my room here, but honestly, I want to record, and it's too cold outside to do it outside, and I don't really feel like doing it in the kitchen. And I have plants now, and I have some plants in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna hope for the best. I know I shouldn't, but I am. So, we're gonna open the Ecuagenera first. I was really impressed how fast they got it. I didn't think that Ecuagenera would have been able to do it. I knew that Rare Foliage could, because she said that she and her parents were going to work this weekend packing up all their stuff from that Saturday auction, or not auction, but live. And but with Ecuagenera, I didn't know if they worked over the weekends, but when I bought it, it gave me the option for overnight and arriving Tuesday. So I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So what I got here, well, let's look at it first. I did put a heat pack in here because we are below and in the 30s. Now it's sitting on the plant, which I don't like. But this is what I have so far. I pushed you guys farther back so you could see more of the plants. So let me know what you think. And I'm hoping I don't have to mess with the camera so much this way, but we'll see. So here's our plant. I'm assuming, yeah, so this is the pot. I think it's a 4-inch pot. And yes, it's an anthurium. It's one I hadn't heard of before until my friend over on Planted 386 showed hers in her favorites for February. And Shannon, if you're watching, thank you so much for the temptation of your plants. I just love her. If you haven't seen her, check her out. She has a great channel. She's just such a sweet person. And she's usually watching mine, and we chat back and forth on each other's channel. So check her out if you haven't. I really appreciate her. Not many YouTube creators watch little creators, and I consider myself a little creator. And like I've said before, now Wild Fern has, bless her heart, I don't know if she's ever watched them, but I know she's subscribed to my channel, which I had when she first did it a year and a half ago. I was so excited. I was like a little kid in a candy store. Thank you. It's weird, I know. These tapes in here, so I'm trying to get, it's taped in the box, which is nice, but I have to be so careful here. So this is a, how am I going to say that? Villeneorum, an Anthurium Villeneorum. It's good that they had nice little packaging around it. I didn't pay for that. It wasn't thermal, but it was helpful, I'm sure. They didn't have an option that I saw for wrapping your plants in thermal. And when you see what Rare Foliage did, she was definitely cautious, bless her heart. I appreciate her. It's a little damp. It's okay. Needs to be when traveling. So let's all cross our fingers to the bug gods that there's none on here. Oh, how cute. Oh, the ripped, its new leaf is ripped, but it sure is cute. Let's see, it's ripped. Oh well. Poor baby. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's real pretty though. It's cute. It's real cute. It'll be a really good plant to add to my collection. This was, the plant was cheaper than the shipping. I think the plant was like $45. Overnight's never cheap, but it's all right. That's why I work. Kind of glad that it's in a pot, because when it's wrapped in moss, that's always a lot more prone for rot, especially from them. Ecuagenera, my history with them isn't real vast, but when I got my pendants from their pop-up here, when they were here and it was rotten, it left a bad taste in my mouth for moss, buying plants that have moss in it. I don't think I'll record potting these up, just because I've kind of bombarded you guys with that. I don't know. I feel like I have lots of repots to do, and these were not on my list of repots, but they are now. I see the yeah, it's stinky, like it's been sitting for a while. I see fertilizer. So yeah, I'll be needing to get them out. So what I'll do here is, I think what I'm gonna do, maybe is I'll spray it now. Yeah, I think I'll spray it now. And then take it down maybe to the bathroom and shower it off. I don't know. It's got a lot of growth in it. Yep. So you see lots of growth. Some dry, it's a little bit, I don't know, you know, it's hard to say, a little bit soft, so we'll see. But I don't see anything on the leaves. Of course, a lot of times you can't right away. Looks good to me. I like how square these are. They're kind of triangle in a way, and they're thick. And these aren't supposed to get really long like the Queen of Hearts. They're supposed to be more stout, which really I liked. So, all right. Saddle soap on it. And then what's really nice is I didn't realize how warm it was. It's actually a little over 50. So what I'll plan on doing is, after I get the rest of these others out and I put insecticidal soap on them, I'm probably going to go ahead and hose them off outside, and then try to get all the dirt off them, and then come in and repot them. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, I think. Now check this out. Oh. Cross off my address here. Can't be too sure, everybody. That's still not doing it. So here's her. That's her normal. That's her sticker. Her kind of like her label. But she's got this, and then it's got a little bit of damage here. So let's hope that it didn't hurt any of my plants inside. I like that she put packaging all around the front. I have not seen that before from anyone. my first time I can recall buying more than one plant at a time. No, the last time I bought a plant, more than one plant, it hasn't been that long. I've bought a lot, like my seedlings and stuff I bought together. It hasn't been that long. So let's open this little guy first. So my guess is going to be, this is either going to be, I think this is going to be the begonia silver dollar. That's my guess. I'm doing pretty good on my begonias, so I felt confident taking this one. Ooh, I don't think so, guys. This isn't the begonia. This is my Micans aurea. Now, I've been wanting a Micans since December. I saw one at a local plant shop, garden center, but it was in it wasn't in bad shape, but I'll zoom in. But I didn't want to start out so big. I wanted to try my hand with the smaller first. And every time I had seen a Micans, I thought about it, but I never committed. But when I saw this little guy, I said, I want to try a pink variegated one. Now, I don't know how long or if that's supposed to last. I've heard pink does not last, which is fine. I'm still anxious to have the plant and see if I can grow it, grow it out. So I think that is really cute. Looks like something got knocked off here, but just a baby. It's got a new leaf coming out. It's so cute. This is all pink, this one. So, and now I plan on putting her next to the up here on my shelf where my calathea is. Since my calathea is doing well, I figured she'll do well next to her. So that's the plan anyways. Now I don't want to knock this off, so I'm gonna put it over here. I'm not worried about her mix. Maybe I should, but I'm just not. This will be the begonia then. So this has to be the begonia. It's bigger than I thought, though. It was so cute when she showed it. But she had like 8 of them, 8 or 10, and they were all bought out quick. Now, this is not my type of begonia that I'm used to is the cane begonia. This is a Rex begonia, I do believe. And I haven't been wanting a Rex begonia, but when I saw hers, or I saw this, I was like, that is adorable. The thing that worries me most about begonias when getting them shipped is just the recovery. So now I know that you don't get the leaves wet. I'm not sure how I'm going to clean this one up, to be honest with you. I don't know. I may just let it be for a while. Feels dry, at least. Soil feels really nice. Yeah, the leaves are extremely dry, so she needs water bad. But it's real fuzzy little petioles. Is it petiole? Is that their stem? I don't know. I don't know, but petiole seems like that's the right word. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off. If I can here. This little thing's nice, but it's kind of a pain because you have to, it doesn't, the blade doesn't stay out. I think a scissors would be better. So glad it's nice today. We've got sun. It's a work from home day, now half day. It's exciting. Really glad it worked out this way. Okay, this is becoming a real pain. I don't like having to go to the office knowing plants are coming. Stresses me out, especially if it's too cold or too hot. Now my husband's usually will be here. Like if it's turned out to that he's here on those days. But if he's not, then I always leave the office to come home and get them. But I hate having to leave. So I unbox it immediately and then I can't record it. That's just the way that it is sometimes. It'll take this little guy a while to recover, that's for sure. Hopefully he can recover. It's very dry. Now the moisture, the dirt has some moist to it, but their petioles are really dry. It's no different than my watermelon peperonia that I potted up. So there she is. Look how, now obviously it's fuzzy because of the cotton, but there's little hairs on its little petioles. That's so cute. It's real pretty. Real pretty. I want to open my big baby. But there's two big babies in here and I don't know which is which. I feel like, based off what I saw, is the anthurium is the big baby. And it is an Anthurium papillanum cross Fort Sherman. Now, you might say, well, don't you have a Pappy? I do. It's a Pappy RA5. And as far as I know, it's not the same. This is a Fort Sherman cross. And it looks completely different than the one that I have. And when I saw it, I said, that needs to be here with me. Oh! There we go. There she is. Look at that beauty. I mean, when I saw this plant sitting all by itself, she only had one. No one was picking it up. Now, when I tell you the price, you'll understand why. But I decided this was going to be a gift to me. They're all my gifts. I don't ever have to justify buying a plant, but it doesn't help. It does help when you know, certain times of year come around and things are good. So yeah, it was $295. My most expensive plant, my last Pappy. Wait, was my last Pappy that price? I think it was. I bought it at Rare Plant Fairy. It's this one here, which would have been beautiful if that leaf would have not have done what it did. But that's pretty much what it looks like right now. It's not much to talk about. It is pushing out another leaf, so maybe I'll get lucky and actually have a decent leaf. But they're pretty for sure. I just had to get this. I mean, look at that. And the stem on here is just beautiful. It was just calling my name, so I said I have to get it. There's a little bit of issues on this. It could be bug related, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's gorgeous. My pump's going off. Okay, so there she is. I'm just loving that. Now, when I looked this up online, because I've never heard of this Monstera before, it's a Monstera Leachierana albo. It's a 4-inch. And when I saw it online, it would be gorgeous and different from any Monstera I have. So I decided to get it. And this was $50. The Micans was $80. And you're thinking, wow, I know, but that's what happens when you get variegated anything, it's more expensive. The begonia was $16. And then UPS Next Air was $45, and it only cost $5 for the heat pack and $5 for insulation. she is. I just saw that and said, oh, it's got a new leaf. I would really like to try my hand at this Monstera. Kind of reminded me of my white fusion, Calathea white fusion, except bigger. So I'll be putting her on a moss pole. That's the plan. So pretty. All right, so that is my plant haul, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I'll probably record it. I like recording anyway, and those of you that enjoy watching pot ups, I think you'll like it too. I know I'm always disappointed when they just do an unboxing and not repot. I'm one who will repot immediately because I don't want to keep their stuff. So pretty. The next plant that I have already bought is a Anthurium forgetti. It's coming from Leo Plants, and it won't be till like mid-March, I don't think, or yeah, close to that. I'm hoping that it should be a pure forgetti. I didn't want to cross, but I'm not positive. I've really been looking to get one for a while with this, because the sinus is just all round. It's just so cute. Oh yeah, that's healthy. That is so healthy. Very healthy. Come over there. This is the leaf that has the yuckies to it, which is a little bit worrisome. But I don't see it on either one of these. You can tell this is a brand new leaf because of the color. It's just softer and it's darker. Just simply gorgeous. All right, so I am going to clean up my mess and get these guys out of their pots and get ready to repot them. I'll be back. So I got my case back out from the garage, my humidity case that I'll be putting in I'm gonna be putting the micans and the begonia in for at least 2 weeks, if not longer. I washed it out. And then I decided that I'll just record taking these guys' dirt off, and then I'll go out to the hose and wash off the roots. I got multiple size plastic pots that really I'm not sure yet which ones are gonna go with who, so I just brought in as many as I could find that I felt like it was real close to the sizes that I'm gonna go with. Oh wow, look at that. Stinks like a nursery too. It's funny how in tune my nose is anymore. Like when I walked into Garden Haven Saturday or Sunday or Monday, I don't remember which. I think it was Sunday. This is the smell you smell. It's just stinky. I don't understand why. My dirt doesn't smell like this, but then it does stink though when I take it out of the pot. I blame Molly's for that smell, but maybe it's just plants in general and all that they've gone through. Who knows how long it's been sitting in there. So this is the Villanaeorum, Anthurium Villanaeorum. Looks like a peat moss, very light peat moss, perlite, big chunks of perlite, and then fertilizer, which I don't want. I do fertilize my plants every watering. Now, there are times where I'll purposely skip, it just depends on the plant. And anyone who's watched me long enough, you're gonna know that I forget my Myco all the time. And what do you think I don't have sitting out here? Yep. I just did all these repots this last weekend and I only remembered it on one plant, or maybe two, and that's my shells. So frustrating. Yeah. Be fine. I forget. Still haven't put them on yet because I haven't needed to water it in yet. The next watering, I hope to remember to put it on. The roots here look really good. I'm not seeing any rot on this plant. That's pretty good. Looks like this is all in moss. I'm gonna hold off to this little guy for last. I see a gnat. Won't be happy if I get more of those from these guys. Yeah, I'm going to take this out because I think there's some gnats going on in this one. Survives that, but I got off as much as I could without damaging it too much. Well, damaging the roots. But I know how begonias are, and I tried not getting any water on the leaves. But when I saw the gnats, which scares me about the rest of these, because, yeah, we'll see. It's the last thing I need. But I'd rather have that than any of the other bugs, that's for sure. Give me gnats any day. I know how to kill those. It's a good mix. I mean, this is a very, I mean, I can see the cocoa core definitely heavy in here. Which I don't like, but I'm just glad that, you know, dealing with the small plants like that is a lot more stressful than these big anthurium. Because usually it's a lot easier to maneuver these roots than those tiny little ones like begonias. It took weeks for my white ice to become an actual begonia that I enjoyed after getting it, and it was so small. I got that from the Green Escape. I got 2 of them. One didn't make it, but it's they're just so fragile. I'm just shocked that this was $16. I think the ones at the Green Escape were, I got 2 of them probably for that price last year. So hopefully I don't kill it. I think it'll be okay. I guess it just depends on how old it is. It looks fairly old with all those leaves. Now I have seen a few gnats just the last day or 2 here. Not many, so it's possible it just came right from my plants, but I don't know. I don't want to take the chance. So these are decent roots, but they aren't near the size of a normal monstera, so gotta be real careful here. I always feel like I need to rush, and I'm not sure why. You guys ever feel that way when you're doing plant stuff like this? I mean, part of the excitement is this, so why do I feel like I have to rush? Is it because I'm recording? I don't think so. No, it's not that, because I know that whoever wants to watch will watch. It's weird. I like using this more than my fingers because it's so small. And my fingers tend to do more ripping of the roots. So this is a lot less damage. Now they don't look stellar, I will say. They're not stellar roots, but I don't see anything questionable, too questionable. I'm gonna go out and hose these guys down, and then I will be back. That was breezy. It's definitely windy out there. I was afraid my plants were gonna blow away. I think what I'm going to do is go get some more water and set this inside of it. Be able to get this stuff off this begonia, the cotton, but I don't know. I'm afraid I'll kill it if I keep messing with it, but I don't want it to grow with this stuff in it. I'll try to pick at it once I get it in its pot. I'm gonna do this one first. Hopefully it's just moss, so I think. Moss and perlite. I'll zoom in. It's never ideal to have moss roots, but I get why to do it this way. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm not used to the camera that far away, and I can't see very well. Let's see what you can see. So nice out. I had them outside. Big boy was laying down in the yard for the first time this year. Of course, when mommy comes in, they want to come in. Yeah, this is really iffy here. Honestly, I will probably lose most of these roots at this rate. I'm not keeping this moss. Wondering if putting it in this mucky water would help. Why not? Give it a try. All right. I forgot my Leca slash big perlite. These are too big for these, but just add a few. This is not cool. Not cool at all. I do not want all this moss around these roots. Jeez Louise. I wish shops would be more conscientious. I know that's not, their job is to get it to us. I know that. But really, I can't even tell what's moss versus the roots almost. It's incredibly difficult. I probably won't have to worry about the pink. I'll be lucky if it lives at this point. I think what I'm going to do here is try to find some decent amount of roots and cut off the rest. If this camera angle is not good, then I will know not to do it this way again. But at this point, I'm invested in the change or the process to see if I can get it to work. I just really want to have to bother with that camera less if I can while I'm sitting here. But if you can't see, that defeats the purpose. This is what I've got so far. But Oops, I didn't mean to put it in there. Did I put it? I don't think I did. Yeah. I want to put it in there. So I'd like to know how many of you that are watching have bought from Palmstreet. I know a lot of people that I see commenting on other plant channels. It seems like there's a lot of folks out there doing it, and I'm just late to the game. And how do you feel about it? Do you have control? Do you have to pace yourself, like how often you go out there? I think that's good enough. I do still have roots with moss, but that's okay. I can't do too much more of this, you know? Missy! It's amazing to me that I could go to a garden center and I could buy an entire pot of Hoyas, Micans, less than $80. And I spent $80 on a piece of plant. That's really a bad way to spend my money with the risk, but oh well. I wanted it, I wanted it for this leaf, mainly, this older leaf. The newer ones are cute, but I don't need all pink leaves. Nor do I want all pink leaves, because they don't live. Oh, I know what I forgot. Myco, everybody, Myco. I'm gonna toss this gross stuff while I'm at it. I don't even like having my dirt open with this stuff here. That poor begonia is gonna have a really hard time living after this. I think the begonia is gonna be too big for this little pot. Although maybe it's the right size, but I don't know. Stinks. Guess is it'll take it a couple months in the humidity case, but being springtime, maybe I'll be lucky, or close to springtime. You know, I got these guys at a good time. Good enough for now. I don't want to ruin whatever's going on here at the top. It looks like he's got another leaf coming or something, but may not do nothing for a while, guys. May not. saying. Yes. So this is a 4" by 3, so 4 by 3. Okay. Poor guy. He's been through the ringer. I don't think I need my gloves anymore. And my hair is driving me crazy. All right, so I got myself some moss and I brought in my bark. So we're gonna do this guy first. Now, I'm not sure about like the pot size, but we know how big probably these can get, so I don't know. Nope. Let's not worry about that yet. That's a good size. We decided to put it in a tall because we know how they can grow. Gives me more room later. This is just a medium pole, not like what I use on my queen or the Indian. Those are larges. I think this would be good for it, for support. It's always the hard part. I did it right, but I think this goes to the top. And I mean, I messed up on that one. If I ever extend these, I could be in trouble. I don't know. I don't know if it really matters, but I think it does. So what I want to do here is put it about right here. Honestly, I don't know how great these roots are. It's easier than my big plants. So you see, I've got the plant sitting inside of the moss pole, so when the moss comes down, all of those roots will be in there, and then they can start growing and climbing up it. That's the way I'm trying to do it. Well, hearsay, I haven't had, and I just started this, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Find out. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock some in. For someone who said maybe less than a year ago that I don't want moss poles, I now have 5. I like them, especially these front ones. We'll see how they are as I grow with them, but yeah. My biggest concern was gnats, but because I'm using moss all the time now in my anthurium on the tops, I really, and I know the benefit of them, so I'm like, whatever. Just keep treating the gnats and their larvae, and you can keep them under control. I think that's good enough for now. I'm going to put some on top. Let's see here, right here, cover that up. once that first aeroid hits the moss pole, then I'll put more moss in. See how she does. All right, now for the big boys. Do him next. I don't want him out too long. This will be good for now, but he'll be out this in no time, I'm sure. Look at these roots. So this is eight by 9. This is where I usually start my anthurium when they're like this size. I hope these are big enough. I may have to get mine back up. like the Fort Sherman look. It's narrower than the Pally that I have. So it really attracted me to that plant. Narrow. But it's got a lot of roots. I think this is it. This is a 7 by 8. This is a 6. So I'm going to put it in 7. That's the right call for this. Side barking. It's her way to say, let me in. I'm going to start going back to the way I did it, letting the roots down farther in the pot, because the farther down they are, it soaks that water up. You don't want dirt without roots. Thankfully, I haven't seen anyone else. hopefully that stops. Interesting plant. I want it sitting down low because of those air holes. I'm gonna have to feed those dogs. I'll be back. I'm gonna have to eat soon. I won't be putting moss on this one because I don't see a stem like I saw on my normal anthuriums. This is an interesting one. But pretty nonetheless. It makes me sad about this leaf. Okay, there she is. I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to shower them off and keep them in the bathtub for a while. And then when I have them out, I'll take a picture of where I put these two and or maybe flip the video back on, but we'll see. But but just in case I don't, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and always comment, and I appreciate you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.